Welcome back everybody to another video. We're here with this 2003 Mitsubishi Eclipse, and I'm going to step you through your repair step by step, every bolt, every screw, all that stuff, and hopefully save you a bunch of money. If I save you money, maybe hit me up with $1 a month on Patreon to be nice, but hey, it's up to you. So let's get into it. Step 1, pop the hood. Jack up the car, take all 4 wheels off. Use a 24mm socket and wrench, or 2 sockets, whatever you got, to break these 2 bolts loose here and here. Use a 14mm to take this nut off. If this nut doesn't want to come off and the stud's spinning, then it has an Allen head piece in the center. So once you break it loose, you're going to use a wrench on the outside, and then you're going to spin the center with the Allen wrench to get it out. Use a 12mm here to take the bolt out that holds the brake line to the strut. Use a 14mm socket here. You're going to take all 3 of these nuts off, and the shock will go down, and then we'll go down below and remove the strut from the spindle. Now we're back underneath. You're going to take a hammer with one hand. You're going to pop these bolts out, and you're going to hold the strut with your other hand, and then once the bolts are out, you just pull the strut out of the car. Line up the old and the new strut. For me, my part number is FCS 133165-9L for the driver's side. For the passenger side, the part number for me is FCS 133165-9R. Slide the strut in, reach up, finger tighten the top bolts. Then we're going to come down here. We're going to lift this up into the slot, and then we're going to run our bolts through the hole. After putting the bolts in, put the nuts on, tighten them all the way down. Reattach the brake line with the 12mm bolt. Reattach the sway bar, put the 14mm nut back on, and tighten that all the way down. For the back strut, first thing we're going to do is go inside the car, since it's a convertible, and we're going to reach around right in here and take out the top bolts that hold the top of the strut in. So let me get in there and show you what that looks like. We need to get back in here, so you go over the seat. Once you're over the seat, there's a little thing here, a button snap there. Disconnect this button strap, and then pull that off. And now you can get to the 2 bolts. So just take those all the way off right now, and then everything else we're going to do, besides putting the new part in, is going to be outside the vehicle. Use a 17mm down here. Take that bolt with the washer off. Now that the bolt's disconnected, there's nothing holding the strut in. It's just on the shaft. Just take a hammer, whack it here until it comes off. Make sure you're holding the top of this, because now that it's not attached up top, it's just going to fall out of the car. So hit it with a hammer down here and hold on. I couldn't get this stupid thing off. It's like rusted to itself, so I cut it on both sides, there and there. So now I'm going to beat this thing off, and then I'm going to have to cut and beat off the inner like metal insert. So yeah, big headache. Here's a part number for the rear, FCS 1345428. Once you get the rest of the shock off, if you had to do it that way, you just slide the new strut up into the top there, then slide it over here. This thing was actually pushing up on the strut just a tad, so it's not going to fall out of the hole up here. Now that it's in, I used a pry bar in the slot out this way push down on this guy in order to get the hole lined up. Then we put the bolt in, torque it down nice and tight. Now we just go on top, put those two nuts on the very top. That's all there is to it. You're going to do the same steps on the other side, and then put your wheels back on. Now that you have this side installed, you're going to do the same exact steps on the other side. Then you're going to put all 4 wheels on, lower the car to the ground, and torque the strut mount nuts on the very top, and you're done. Hopefully this video helped you guys out. Hopefully you like it. Hit like, share, subscribe. Till next time, wrench on.